Hello, festival goers of the internet. I'm the Festival Finesser, back today to talk about another festival lineup. And this is a big one, this is a heavy one, and this is one I'm trying to go to, guys. I am hyped for this one, and I am definitely trying to make it out. This is Forbidden Kingdom 2021. I have tickets for Sunset Music Festival already, but I would much rather go to Orlando for this dubstep extravaganza, because that is what it is. Sunset is a good lineup, but there's just not enough heavy dubstep. There's maybe like 8 acts, and this whole entire lineup we're about to talk about is straight dubstep and bass. So I would much rather be in the crowd with other dubstep lovers alike. So that is why I'm trying to go. I'm trying to send it, me and the Mosh Queen. So if you guys can help us sell these Sunset tickets, we will definitely be there because we are trying to come. So enough about me. Let's run the intro and get this lineup review underway.
Can I get a year?
I'm the Festival Finesser.
Finesse gang, can I get a year? Hello everybody, what's good? Welcome back to the channel. For those of you guys who are new here and do not know me, I'm the Festival Finesser. This is my channel, a channel that revolves around music festivals and live music going experiences with a focus and concentration on dubstep and riddim. And today, we are talking about a massive dubstep festival. If you guys are not following me at a festival day by day, you are probably following me at a show in New York, New Jersey, or Philly. But right now, we are going back to all these festivals, and this lineup review is going to be a good one because this lineup is looking crazy. I got a preview of it. Today we got the phase 1. Typically I would wait for a phase 2 and get all the artists so I wouldn't have to make a secondary video, but this lineup is too good to pass up. We're going to talk about it right now. Forbidden Kingdom 2021. Let's look at this lineup. It is actually going down in Orlando this year at the Orlando Amphitheater at the Central Florida Fairgrounds, June 11th and 12th. And like I said, guys, we had tickets for Sunset, which is May 29th and 30th, and those dates are just too close to be flying to and from Jersey to Florida, and this is looking like the move. So like I said, if you guys can help us sell some Sunset tickets, me and Bree have our personal pair. We're not asking to promote, we're asking to get rid of our own. We have them at tier 1. Hit us up if you know someone, if you want to talk about pricing. Now, let us get into this Forbidden Kingdom 2021 lineup. So in alphabetical order, kicking off, we have AT Aliens, who are going to give you a good dose of bass. It's going to be all different kinds of bass, dubstep, trap, some weird stuff. So they're kind of all over the place, but definitely a fun set. Then we get Black Tiger Sex Machine, which is kind of in that same category. They kind of play a little bit of everything, but definitely are heavy, but they also can play some jumpy stuff, some bouncy stuff. Definitely know how and when to cater to crowds. And then we get Blunts and Blondes, who is going to be a little bit more chill, but will definitely bring the heavy at times. And again, this is a festival because of its reputation and all the artists on it. You can expect a lot of heavy sets from a lot of these artists, even if they're more kind of like experimental, like Wakan artists. They're still gonna bring some of those heavier sounds than you're probably used to. So on to the next one, we have Boogie T and Dirt Monkey, which again, wobbly, weird, bassy, not gonna be like heavy dubstep, but again, probably something on day 2, something later, something earlier. I don't even know actually, because I feel like this is not like an all-night festival. It probably ends at like midnight. They'll probably play a little bit earlier in the day because there are some fat names on this lineup. Next up, we have Brondo, who is an awesome stage presence, always high energy, really heavy dubstep, and that's all I really know to say about him. Then we have Buku, who's going to be bringing more of a chill vibe, kind of falls into that Wakan category. And then we have Cannibalists, who I actually have never heard of, so I'm just going to skip over that one and not embarrass myself by saying or guessing something wrong. But next up, we have the Don Cod Dubs, going to be bringing that double and triple energy to the stage, possibly a little bit of rhythm usually he likes to throw in there, but he is definitely a heavy artist. And, you know, he definitely falls into that chopping, double, triple category. He is active on the decks, and you will see that when he plays, and you will hear it if you can't see him, because he's just throwing fake outs, doubles, delay drops. Like, he's all over the place, and it's sick, and I fucking love a COD dub set. High energy, and he's just fun as fuck to watch. Next up, we have Grizzly and OG, who is going to be bringing... actually, I haven't seen Grizzly in a while. Last time I saw him was probably at High Caliber in 2018, and I actually remember it being way heavier than I last saw him. And it was heavy, but it was not the Grizzly I was expecting, so a little thrown off by that. But then up, we have Dev, who I'm not really familiar with. Then we have Dion Turner back-to-back company. That is a fat back-to-back, and that is going to be heavy as fuck. It's also going to be cool because Dion's probably going to throw in a little bit of like some like feelsy kind of stuff, like some softer melodic stuff, but company is going to bring that heavy shit, and so will Dion because That's like Excision's son, bro. Y'all know that. So next up we have Dirty Audio, who actually is going to be bringing a little bit of a different kind of vibe, I feel like. I think he's a little bit more trap, but also is going to bring like some heavy hard trap, but I wouldn't really expect too much crazy dub stuff from Dirty Audio. You'll get a little bit, but not, I feel like he's more of a trap artist. And then we get DMVU back-to-back S-Fam, and I believe there is a Wakan takeover on this lineup, and there is. So that is going to be where that falls in, and like Buku. DMVU back-to-back S-Fam is going to be weird, wonky, wobbly, possibly even a little bit of like deep dub. I feel like it's going to be more chill, but I really fuck with DMVU. I'm not too familiar with S-Fam, but that's going to be a more chilled out, deep kind of set. And then we get Dr. P back-to-back Fun Case, which is going to be a unique back-to-back because they have played together before. They played at Lost Lands, and they also had Cookie Monster in the mix, RIP. But Dr. P and Fun Case have kind of, they're both dubstep artists obviously, but they have different styles. Fun Case is that like mosh pit, crazy, high energy, almost like death step, crazy, just all over the place. And Dr. P is almost more like OG dubstep, bro step, like that classic, more classic dubstep. So it's, I feel like you're gonna kind of hear when each of them are playing because they kind of have different energies and different vibes. But either way, it's gonna be a fun ass set because Fun Case is a whole fucking show. And then we get another whole fucking show, Excision. I feel like Excision has some kind of ties into Forbidden Kingdom. I'm not sure. That could be a rumor. I feel like I've heard that, but that could be why he usually always plays at this festival, and that's why this lineup is so fucking heavy all the time. And then, speaking of heavy all the time, we have Hesh back-to-back Bomber, bro. That is going to be fire, and that set is just going to be high energy, dubstep, heavy, riddim, mosh pit shit, and that is a set to definitely get hyped for. And then we have Hero Bust, who has been around for a long time and is going to be bringing some heavy dubstep. This is going to be like your very classic dubstep set. You're going to hear a lot of the popular tunes. You're going to hear a lot of the good classic Hero Bust tunes, and like I said, he's been around for a minute, so you might get some nostalgic throwback Hero Bus. I don't know. And then we get Jansen, who has been buzzing. Definitely going to bring you some more wonky vibes. But he kind of falls into, not wonky like Boogie T wonky. I mean, maybe actually. It kind of falls into like that ganja category, like that sub-carbon vibe. He just seems to throw it out every time, and he has a really cool sound, really fun sound, really high energy, and it's really kind of like party music. It's not scary. It's really fun and kind of happy, but like high energy at the same time, I guess. And then we have Jessica Audifred putting on for the females. I've seen her once at Avant Gardner, and I was like, yo, who is this girl? She is throwing the fuck down. So that's all I can say about that. Definitely expect some heavy shit from her. And then we have Jinx, who I'm not familiar with, but I have been seeing on a bunch of lineups. Next up here, we have Level Up, Mrs. Subtronics, and yeah, she's going to be playing some heavy dub, I would imagine. I haven't seen a Level Up set since she kind of blew up. She used to be like a Brooklyn local, and yeah, I haven't really seen her play at a festival. I've only seen her like at smaller events, but it's going to be interesting to see what she can throw down at a festival because I haven't seen her in a long time. And then we have Liquid Stranger repping the Wakan label, going to be bringing some heavy Wakan vibes to, I don't even know what stage, but there are 3 stages. And wait a second here, there's a Liquid Stranger set and a Liquid Stranger Sunset set. So that is going to be cool because you're probably going to get like one really heavy Liquid Stranger set and then one like more like chilled out, like deep, like almost relaxing kind of set. Damn, that's confusing and it's fucking me up. So we're going to keep going here, but Liquid Stranger, do not miss that, either one of those sets, because that is going to be fucking dope. And then we have Lucid, who I always kind of considered more of a chill artist, but I've been seeing in my comments that he can throw and get really kind of heavy at times. So definitely someone to check out. Definitely always been someone that I fucked with. And, you know, I just haven't seen him in a long time. So, you know, big up to Lucid. Next up, we have Morata, who is going to be bringing probably one of the heaviest sets of the weekend. That death step, that Morata sound. Y'all know it. Y'all love it. And if you really love it, I will see you in the pit. You know what I'm saying? So next up, we have Midnight Tea. And again, one of the heavier acts on this lineup, and going to be bringing that Midnight Tea sound. He is an artist who brings crazy doubles and is really kind of underrated with his DJing. Like, his producing is crazy, but just as crazy as his producing is, he brings that in his sets. And crazy energy, crazy doubles, going to have your jaw on the floor. So definitely expect that with Midnight Tea, some heavy shit. And then we have Minnesota, who is going to be on that Wakan stage, that Wakan takeover. Definitely more of a chill and deep kind of set, I feel like. And then we have Mode Step back-to-back Dirty Phonics, and that is going to be a really cool set because they complement each other very well. Next up, we have Monks, and everyone wants to talk all this shit about Monks, about not showing up, but he has been showing up to shows I've seen, and every time I've seen a Monk set, bro, I've been blown away. He's a good-ass DJ. He gets a lot of hate, a lot of negativity, but I feel like recently he has kind of been, like, putting in the work, putting in the time, and, like, building his name back up. So Monks has always had my support, and, you know, he might have done some things in the past, but everybody goes through shit, and hopefully he has moved past from this and puts on a dope ass set and actually makes it to his set at Forbidden Kingdom. Next up, we have Mother Lodes, who I'm not too familiar with, and I would probably imagine is going to be a Wakan artist on that takeover stage, if they're even having a stage. I would imagine there are 3 stages. There's the Forbidden stage, the Siberia stage, and the other stage. I forget what it's called, but I'll show pictures of them real quick from the website, because they look fucking sick, honestly. So another like big reason that I want to go multiple stages. That's a good festival when it has more than 2 stages. And then we have Mystic Grizzly, who I've heard good things about. I'm not too familiar with. I'm pretty sure that's one of those Wakan artists as well. And I've heard good things, but I'm not too familiar, so I'm just going to go past that one. Nero DJ set, that is going to be, I feel like classic dubstep. I'm not too sure. Why am I thinking of, who am I confusing them with? Nero, who are the 2 girl DJs with the blonde hair? Like, Nervo. Such an idiot, bro. Nero, I don't even remember Nero. I think they're like OG dubstep, but I could be totally wrong. So I'm gonna just stop talking before I embarrass myself even more, and y'all think that I have no idea what I'm talking about. Because I do know what I'm talking about. I just might not be able to explain it as well and put it into words, you know. But I know the sounds, I know the artists, and you know, who the fuck cares about genres and subgenres? You know, like I'm just here talking about the festival, hyping it up, hyping you guys up, and. Yeah, so next up we have OG Nixon, who, again, another one of my favorites, very underrated, and he's, you know, it's nice to see him on a big festival like this because I've seen him live. I actually opened up for him, and he's a cool-ass dude, and he's going to put on a good set, so big up OG Nixon. Next up we have Peekaboo, very popular in the scene. He has a kind of a more chill sound when he's, you know, recording, but when he's playing, he has a very kind of heavy vibe. Even he has a good mix of like heavy and chill, and it's just always a good set. But from my experience, when I've seen him at festivals, in comparison to all the other artists I like, he is more on the chill side, but he can get deep, he can get heavy, but it's not as heavy as like Morata or Slander or Subtronics, you know what I mean? So next up we have Riddim, I'm not too familiar with. And, you know, I'm just going to leave it at that. So next up, we have Schlump. And I'm a little familiar with Schlump. I haven't seen Schlump probably since, like, Lost Lands in, like, 2017, I feel like. But I know they are relatively heavy, but also relatively weird and kind of, like, experimental, I feel like. Or freeform. I mean, I still haven't learned the difference. My boy Lost got me fucked up. But we're learning that here. We're trying. But obviously, I know Slander and Subtronics. I know that is going to be fucking crazy. And I don't think they've ever gone back to back. I could be wrong, but Slantronics... that is going to be heavy, but also Slander is probably going to throw in a little bit of that melodic, soft, heavenly trap kind of stuff, that Crybang vibe, and then Subtronics could possibly throw in some Wukdontronics, but I don't know, because they're both kind of known as heavy artists, I feel like they should just give a heavy-ass set. So that's my take, but who knows what you're going to get with something like that, because those are both 2 giant artists going back to back, and that's going to be crazy. And then next up we have Stellar, who I'm not familiar with. Sully, I've heard good things about. I feel like he is a more freeform or experimental bass artist, but in the heavier category, not so weird, maybe more of like a Peekaboo kind of vibe, that heavy, weird, more chill at times. But then we get Sudden Death Presents Void, and that is just like the icing on the cake, bro. We're getting down to the bottom here. We got Virtual Ride, back-to-back, Barely Alive. 2 of my favorite producers going back-to-back, Sudden Death, like Void, Wakan Takeover, Zaya, and more to be announced. So as I said, this one is fat, and like I don't even have to highlight this festival because this whole entire lineup is good, and all I see is conflicts, you know. So you know, I probably won't be at that Wakan stage too often because it is only a 2-day festival. I don't think it's a camping festival. I don't believe so. And with this festival, I'm kind of expecting more of a dubstep core crowd and people that know the artists and like to mosh and like to get heavy, as opposed to Sunset, where it's dubstep and house, and it kind of has more of a mainstream appeal. This is definitely for the dubstep people and for, like, you know, the core EDM kids, I feel like, because dubstep can get scary, and bass and, you know, Wakan can get weird, and that's not very attractive to the mainstream. So that is why I want to go to this one, because I'm going to be with my people in the crowd, in the pit. I don't even know what the mosh regulations are, because you can't really social distance and mosh, but you also can't really have a festival and be social distant. So I don't know what the policies are. I don't know what the outlook is, the perspective on moshing still, because it's very frowned upon at indoor venues, but indoor venues have nowhere near as many people at these gatherings, but now we're taking it on a much larger scale because it's outdoors, and it's just very confusing. There's a lot of loopholes, and, you know, we could have a whole discussion on moshing, you know, during festival season and all that good stuff. But this is the lineup. It is fucking stacked, and if I was going to give you guys my highlights, I would be hyped to see COD Dubs, Company back-to-back Dion Timmer, Dr. P back-to-back Fun Case, Excision, Hesh back-to-back Bomber, Liquid Stranger, and that Sunset set looks really cool and really interesting. Midnight Tea, Morata. Most of the back-to-back Dirty Phonics, just because I like to see, you know, back-to-backs like that, to see what they're going to kind of throw and bring. Monks, because I haven't seen Monks in a long time, and I fucking really enjoy Monks as a producer, as a dude, as a DJ, and, yeah, so. Also, OG Nixon, Peekaboo. I really fuck with Peekaboo. He's one of my favorite, you know, Wook artists, if you will. And then Slender back-to-back Subtronics is going to be crazy. Sudden Death Presents Void is going to be insane, and Virtual Riot back-to-back Barely Alive is going to be... Hey, this is it, bro. This is the festival I've been waiting for and needing, because all these festivals have this, a little bit of that, some house, some weird stuff. Here's a dubstep artist for you here. No riddim. We don't even fuck with riddim out here. That's basically what these festivals are saying, like, and this is the one I've been waiting for. This is the one I need. That heavy dubstep, lots of dubstep artists. It's like a mini Lost Lands low-key. So that is the lineup. Those are my thoughts. You guys know I'm hyped, and I really want to come to this one. So if you guys know anyone in the Florida area, if you're a Florida fan that is looking for a Sunset ticket, the Mosh Queen and I have one each at Tier 1. We will sell them to you for what we got them for. We want to use that money to get these tickets. So the faster we can sell those, the faster we can acquire tickets and do more Forbidden Kingdom festival content. And this would be our first festival back in over a year, and this festival will be a crazy vlog and crazy content, because I can tell the crowd is going to be going insane, because all of these artists are heavy as fuck, and they are good as fuck, and they are popular, and this lineup is honestly fucking stacked now that I like look about it and think about it. Like, this is my fucking lineup, this is my fucking festival. I'm going, we're going, I'm making it happen, I'm finessing it, and now I'm done. That is the end of the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any thoughts, any comments about Forbidden Kingdom, you've been there in the past. It's a new venue, so it's going to be a little different this year. No one really knows what to expect for sure, but I can tell you it is going to be crazy, and this lineup is insane. So thank you guys for watching. Sound off in the comments, and I will see you guys for the next one. Peace out.